What game? Play the game. Alright. I believe I need to go to the whatchamacallit. I need to start chapter 3. Even though like we're technically on chapter 3. We ain't on chapter 3. This guy looks familiar. Hey, it's Agante. Gundalf, you back? Oh, only just. I feel a bit bad asking you to keep an eye out every time I go away. That reminds me. I think I owe you a lot, Missy. Heard about the successes of Estelle Bright. I know it's a bit late, but congratulations on your promotion to full bracer. Thanks. Still, seems like you got saddled with with a pretty big pain of a case right off the bat. Well, it's tradition to use the best of us the hardest, but... By the way, you leaving Zeiss? Yeah, we're going to the capital. Apparently we got an official request from the army of all things. An army request. I didn't hear anything about that when I was over there. Guess you must have just missed it. Oh man, bad timing, huh? Well, whatever. I'll leave you to that. Take care to the capital, whatever. Yeah, later. Okay. He kind of look... What is it with bracers and only having, like, one arm pad? Is that a bracer thing? Even Agate only has one, or not arm pad, shoulder pad. And like, this guy has one shoulder pad. Joshua had one shoulder pad. I guess Zin doesn't have a shoulder pad, does he? Oh no, he does. He has, no, he, that could be a shirt. Okay, well, Zin's from Calvert. Come on. Hey, welcome. You're the party of bracers bound for Gransel, right? Yeah, that's us. Ilika sent over the fare payment already. You guys ready to check in? As usual, we should stick around and wait for the ship once we check in. We all ready for Zeiss? Check in. Alright, I'll contact the guild. Alright. And they waited. Just in case I forget later, I saw Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, or whatever it's called. And I said on Twitter my thoughts in 3 words were, I ain't rolling. And yeah. I feel like saying that movie had so much potential is not helpful. But what I will say is that the movie felt like it was going to go in some directions that I was really excited for, and then it never did. And then for some characters, just went way too overboard. And, you know, it was disappointing, but understandable. Is this that guy? Alright, now we gotta go talk to everybody and their mamas. We got more people to talk to now. Estelle, my fair rose. Welcome to Olivier Lenheim's lovely solo recital. Oh, Adios, he escaped his chair. Chloe, remember, you have a sword and you know how to use it. Well, I saw him playing when I stepped out onto the deck, and I came by to listen for a little while. He really is exceptionally talented. Your compliments do me the great honor, Your Highness. If you wish, when we arrive at the capital, I could treat you to a private concert. Sieg, yes. That did not necessarily mean anything beyond the obvious. Oh, you meant something else by private concert, Olivier? Well, if you wish for it to mean something more, my princess, it certainly could. What? Bird, please stop, Sieg. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Good job, Sieg. You're a girl's best friend. That was terrifying. I'm sorry, Olivier. I was just Sieg expressing his love. I actually think he likes you, on the whole, Olivier. I shall bear his peck on my cheek with pride, then. I must admit, I did not expect your escort to be so diligent. He is as vigilant as any of the human royal guards. It depends on who I'm dealing with, I think. You really are totally indiscriminate, aren't you, Olivier? Look, don't try to put the moves on Chloe in the capital, okay? Julia would like fire you out of a cannon into the sun if you even think about it. Ah yes, that cold, dignified lady officer. She too caught my eye during the coup. The sort of woman who can take on 10 men. She is quite something. Should the chance present itself, I should endear myself to her. What's wrong, Chloe? Might not be a good idea to joke about such things around Julia, Olivier. I remember once there was a party at the castle and a man was drunk and bothering us. Julia took her sword and his clothes, well... You mean... defrocked him? I'll take that under consideration. But yeah, Star Wars movie. I would say overall, I liked it. But it had some annoying parts in it. Like, really annoying parts. Also, before I forget this too, I lowered the volume a tick again after last time I raised it a tick, because holy cow is it loud. Hi, Estelle. What's up, Estelle? You creeping around that the ship again? Man, you just cannot stay still, can you? Well, the game is forcing me to talk to you. Oh, come on, I'm not a cat in a carrier or something. I just, yeah, I do get kind of antsy having to sit around and wait. I thought you flew to Lalacle, though. That's a good half day on an airship, at least. You must have worn a rut in the deck. Well, I was asleep for both trips, actually. I was so nervous to be going, I couldn't sleep the night before, and coming back, I was wiped out from the last test. Should have seen that one coming. That's definitely an Estelle thing to do. Leaving the country? Leaving the country. Ellipsis. I'd really like to do that someday, too. Maybe I could even go visit Mom and Dad. Oh yeah, Tita, your mom and dad are out of the country working, right? Yeah, they're helping to establish orbital technology in places that don't have it yet. They've been gone for 2 years. Wow, that is a long time. I hope they write you letters or something at least. Yeah, once every month. I wrote about you last time, Estelle, in the reply. They said to give you their regards. That's sweet of them. What kind of people are your parents, Tita? Is your mom like you? I bet she is. No, she's an evil mastermind that is trying to take over the world, and Tita doesn't know, so she's going to tell you that she is the most lovable, wonderful mother that a little Tita could ever have. Like me? I don't think so. Mom's got a really powerful personality, I guess. She and Grandpa kind of ended up fighting and wrestling a lot over stuff. Wrestling? Oh, but they usually get along really well. Dad says their fighting is just a way to express their love. This kind of reminds me of certain orbally gifted characters in another Trails game. Okay. So what's your dad like, then? He's not like Mom at all. He's sort of quiet and reliable, I guess. He was a bracer until about 10 years ago. Really? Wait, seriously? Real serious. I actually talked to Gramps about that, and Dan was the real deal back in his day. The professor said he had to retire and become an engineer due to an injury of some sort. Okay. You sound great. I'd love to meet them when they get back. Yeah, when they do, I'll come over to play and introduce you. Agate, you'll have to meet them too. Huh? Why would I have to meet your folks? Well, you get along really well with Grandpa, and I wrote a lot about you, and Mom and Dad said in the reply that they'd really want to meet you. All the time to pay the piper, huh? If you don't want to, Agate, you don't have to. No, that's fine. Look, I'll stop by and say hi to them if I'm ever in Zeiss for work, okay? Okay. Well, at least we're talking to people, multiple people at the same time. Reduces the amount of dialogue that you need, you know? I don't want to talk to them. Just want to move on in my life. What's up, Zin? Ah, Estelle. What is it? Need me for something? No, not really. It's just... You kind of look like you were lost in thought. Yes. Just remembering the past a bit is all. With that sunglasses wolf guy, right? Yeah. We last met 6 years ago. At first, it felt like longer, but it hasn't been that long, you know? I guess not. So that man was your senior at your, dojo, right? What kind of martial artist is he, anyway? Well... Simply put, he's a natural. His reflexes are perfect, and his sense for battle is keen. When I knew him, he kept himself in perfect shape, and it looks like that's still true today. And on top of all that, he knows exactly how to utilize his chi exactly. In every sense, he is a cut above the normal man. Yeah, his moves, I've never seen anything like that. I guess he did do multiple moves, didn't he? I think he might even be faster and stronger in some ways than that Lawrence guy, and that's scary. I think you might be right, yeah. When we were students, I admired that strength of his, envied it even. At least I did until 6 years ago, when he killed our mentor and master of the dojo, Ryuga. What? He killed his own? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of it. They both agreed to the fight, mind. Master Ryuga had long been aware of the darkness in Walter's heart. He'd grown drunk on his own power and hungered for still more. Master constantly rebuked him for his actions and reminded him that the proper heart of a martial artist is supposed to be the living fist of the Taito style, that seeks to perfect oneself through the medium of honorable combat. The living fist, huh? That has a neat ring to it. Ultimately, though, Walter never listened. He relished the power which the most aggressive side of Taito style gave him. The aggressive side? Martial arts are used in combat, and so no one can deny that they can be used to hurt people as much as defend them. And while there are many who train for the latter purpose, there are also those who seek to do the former. Those who do eventually become monsters, whose fists exist only to kill. We call this side of the Taito the murderer's fist. The what? In the end, Master Ryuga challenged Walter as he was preparing to leave the dojo to pursue that path. They fought a duel to the death over it, and Master lost. I was the observer for that match. I could do nothing but watch. Then... Well, that's what happened. I've been looking for Walter, off and on, ever since. To think we'd meet him here, now, in Liberl, though. This is the hand of she who dwells above at work, mark my words. Oh, sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to chew your head off. Or wait, was it ear? No, you didn't chew anything. Thanks for telling me. But Zin, you're searching for Walter to get revenge, right? No, like I said. Their match was fairly fought. Master knew what could happen when he challenged Walter. There's no revenge to take. Oh, yeah, that's right. But then why are you looking for him? There's something I want to confirm. Something to... Huh? Now I really don't get it. It's kind of embarrassing. Either way, I'm still too inexperienced to find out. I hope I can sharpen myself by helping you. I see, yeah. Well then, I hope you can keep up, Zin. We'll see, Estelle. You're the one with the shorter legs. Don't start barking now, dog. Who do I gotta talk to now? Where do I gotta go now? Monsieur Capitan? Wait, we're just over the Trat Plains? What? Did I read that right? Wow. Wow. We moved like 5 feet. And I want to move on with my life. Who would I be missing to talk to? Party member wise. Yeah, sucker food kids. Doing their sucker food kid things. Alright, that's great, Olivier. I'm gonna move on with my life right now. Blah, 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 blah. And we gotta talk to him again. Oh yeah, speaking of the story, not my legs. I think I get what's going on between you and Walter. But how does Kilika fit into all this? It's not really my place to say. I'll only say this much. Kilika was Master Ryuga's daughter. Oh. I think you can fill in the rest yourself for now, yeah? I'll probably tell you the full story someday. Yeah, fair enough. Finally. Why couldn't she just ask that while we were still in the conversation? Alright, we're going into Grancel shortly. A little turbulence, take your seats. Let's play the game. Guess how many dropped frames we'll have today. Oh, I got my new mouse. I don't know if I can... Got it. I got my new mouse. Because the mouse wheel broke on my previous one. I've had it for a very long time. Very long time. Like, probably as old as this computer. 7 years? Maybe 6 years? And here we are, back in the capital again. Feels pretty good. Guess we better check in with the guild branch first, huh? Yeah, let's hear hear from Elnan what's what. I did notice that a certain white ship is in port today. The Arseal, I believe it was. Huh? You're right. That's the royal family's personal cruiser, right? It might be out on a mission or something. If I recall, the Arseal should be at Leiston Fortress at the moment. It's being fitted... Oh, I need to move that. It's being fitted with the new engine Professor Russell and his colleagues have been working on. Oh yeah, Gustav said he'd be flying out to Leiston on the factory's airship. Oh, I see. So that awesome ship is being made even more awesome. I seriously can't wait to see that. They're just changing the engine, so I doubt the exterior will change much. But it'll totally be the world's fastest airship. That's for sure. For show! Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming. I've read the reports from Ruan and Zeiss. Good work, truly. You have done well in opposing the society thus far. I doubt the guys we fought would agree. Both that masked man and the guy with the sunglasses didn't really seem to take it or us seriously. Even knowing that the society is moving is valuable, Estelle. Don't disparage yourself. Your successes should make the Royal Army trust us even more. Or even further. Because more looks like further. So speaking of which, what does the Army want with us? Something society related? Yes, about that. It seems they don't want to discuss it over the phone. An Army official will be coming by soon to explain the situation in person. Something that cannot be discussed by phone, they say. What they mean is they do not wish to risk any unwelcome ears listening in on the call. Wait, you can do that? Oh yes, it's quite possible. Telephones are convenient, but with the right equipment, intercepting a conversation signal is not very difficult. We use a scrambling device between branches to prevent interception of guild business. Unfortunately, the scrambling doesn't work with the army for some reason. Yes, the army uses a different system. All calls between us are thus completely open. Well, that's ducky. Ducky. Why can't the army just share a mixer scrambler thingamajigger with us? We are working together, but we're still an international citizens group and they're a national defense force. As much as your father trusts us, Estelle, I don't think they can give us something so sensitive so easily. Hang on, Elman. It still sounds like you've got some idea what this is all about. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bothered calling us out as ice. Ah, am I being that transparent? I can only hazard a guess, really, but I believe it's very likely this has to do with the signing of the Non-Aggression Pact. The Non-Aggression Pact? I remember hearing something about that. What exactly is going on with that anyway? It is a treaty affecting Liberl, Erebonia, and Calvard proposed by Grandmother. In short, it says all countries involved will attempt at all times to solve international disputes without resorting to force. Whoa. So like, it'll end war. Well, no. There's no true enforcement mechanism beyond simply being known as a treaty breaker, so enforcing it like that would be difficult. Yeah, that is kind of a... Can we call this an oxymoron or like a paradox kind of thing? Of, we're going to solve our disputes by force. But if someone starts using force, are you going to use force to stop them? It should still be something of a deterrent, though, and it will hopefully promote more friendly relations between ourselves and others. Okay, I get it. Queen Alicia does it again. She's got a good eye for this kind of thing. It'd be neat if that made the countries nicer to each other. The pact is being signed in a large ceremony at the Herb Royal Villa next weekend. You know, I kind of feel like the castle would be a little bit more secure. Just saying. Dignitaries from all three nations will be attending, and the media is paying close attention. Which is to say, they may as well have painted a sign on the roof of the villa saying, Ouroboros, please attack us. Oh yeah, that could get really ugly. That could get ugly something. Got our work cut out for us then. Guess we just wait here for the army official for now. Correct. We do have some time before he's scheduled to arrive, so feel free to... Oh, pardon me for a moment. Is it kind of weird that the picture of Elman has his ponytail over his shoulder, but his sprite just has it in the back? This is the Grancel Bracer Guild branch. Wow. GB. Yes, I see, yes. That certainly is a problem. Just a moment, please. Not the army on the phone. No, it's a member of the Herb Royal Villa staff. They seem to have lost a child from one of the tourists in their care. Unfortunately, they can't seem to actually locate our parents. That's awful. So they want us to help. Just so, Your Highness. They've asked for our aid in locating the child's parents or guardians. Don't they have guards for that? There's still some time before our guest from the army is due to arrive. Would you mind taking care of this? I do mind. Sure, we'd be glad to. Oh. I bet you it's that purple-haired girl that we met at the waterfall fort. You're in, right, Agate? Can't say no to a kid in need. Let's head out. Thank you. Hello, yes, we have a team of bracers we can dispatch immediately. And your name, sir? Oh, yes, understood. Well then, bracers will be over as soon as they are able. Lost child is in the charge of a butler named Raymond. Once you arrive at the villa, inquire with him. Alright then. Wait a sec, Raymond, why does that ring a bell? Wasn't he that one butler we found? You know, when we saved Chloe during the coup. He was hiding under a counter. Right, Niles' friend. Good, if you know him, that should make things even easier. Well then, good luck. Man, form your party, okay. That section of the game was both obnoxious and not obnoxious. So I'm guessing backup party members don't receive any experience. But Chloe is level 50. So maybe they get something. I mean, we're gonna take Olivier. I guess I'm just deciding if I want Zin or Chloe.
Right.
I'll go with them for now. Alright, scenic route and monster. Blood sucking attacks. Alright, enter the west block. Man, they're gonna let me go in the sewers. So much stuff to do. Okay. Okay, that's what he's currently using. Looks like we might pick up a little someone here. Let's see. We're at 361. Ooh, I think we're gonna have to buy those. 361, yeah. I mean, for Agate, this is fine. He doesn't really use spells or anything like that. But it just sucks we lose out on speed. Among a lot of other things, but we'll buy 4. Lose out on so much. But we need the defense. I feel like the defense is the most powerful. The stuff we can be using. What's up, Dante? But speed is the best stat? I mean, it's only as good as you surviving, you know, like the next attack. If you just get 2-shot, then he doesn't really do anything for you. Alright. I'm gonna mark that. We're gonna try something different this time, where